Hey guys, it's Sanchez back again. I want to go ahead and show you guys a new discovery or a new tool that I'll be using. Basically, I've been studying underneath, well, recently brought to my attention about a gentleman named Gann, WD Gann, and it's pretty neat stuff. Essentially, it comes down to time and price, right? So what we're looking at is we have a y-axis and an x-axis, okay? Um, Price moves up and down using these two axes, right? So it's just a graph. Okay. So what we're going to use is like, I'm typically technical analysis only, right? Which most of us are, which means what? Means we're only using price candles to trade. That's naked trading. But that's just one part of it, that one big piece that nobody talks about, and that's time. So, you have your price on the right, and then you have your dates on the bottom left. So just knowing that information, realizing that is a huge step, okay? But nonetheless, I digress. Let's get back into the meat and potatoes. So what I believe is going on is, well, not what I believe is going on, but what I want to show you guys is the time cycles. So like what that means is like, it's highs and lows. So this high to this low is a time cycle. That low to this high is a time cycle. That high, which is a low, comes this high. Something like that. So the way that you figure these out, you can see these happen is in the Fibonacci time tool. So there's a few ways to do this. I think Gann has one as well, but if we just use this as, let's say we use this as a swing high, right? So we come over here and we go to our Fibonacci time zone. We'll measure the swing high, and then you will just line this up to where like it lines up pretty well with your swing highs and lows. So let me go ahead and zoom out a bit. So right now, like right there, that looks pretty good. See? So this is our Fibonacci time zone tool. So basically, if you don't see it already, I'll try to create. So we have on this line, we have a high. On the next line, we have a low. The next line, we have a high. The next line, there's a high. The next line, there's another high up here. So we missed the guy down here. But this is the theory or principle. You know what I mean? So it's the time cycle that highs and lows are triggered or hit, however you want to refer to that as. But what I'm really excited to show you guys is another tool, which is called a time cycle tool. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these for you guys. And so what I'm measuring is highs and lows, okay? Highs and lows. This is how you get your grid. You can do your high, right? And then you can do your low, okay? Now what you can do with that is you can get a swing low, let's say swing low, and then you can get a swing high. Boom. So there's your square right there. There's your perfect square. Let's see. So right here, this is your square. And with that square, you can do a lot of neat things, right? You can do some other shapes into there as well. So every square has a circle. Let me show you that. Um, Something like that. There you go. There's a circle. And then you can also have a triangle. So let me show you that. We'll use a 50% for this part. Boom. We'll just pretend that's 50%. Yeah, we'll say that's 50%. You go down here. Boom. You got another one. Right? You start messing with some geometry work here. And I've been incorporating this in my trading as of recently. I'm really anxious to see how it's gonna work out. But nonetheless, you got some cool geometry stuff you can check out. But that's how you get your perfect square. Essentially, you use your highs and your lows. So your highs and lows is a cycle. Okay, so that's a very important concept to understand. I really can't express that enough. So moving forward, uh, time cycles, swing high, swing low. All right, so back to the reason why I made this video. We go over here to our tools. We can go ahead and view time cycle. Is this what we want? Sine line. This is what I like right here, the sine line. Basically, I want to again measure a swing high and a swing low, but look at this. It's like a sine wave, right? So, and it matches up pretty. It starts getting really good. Like you can measure different type of degrees of swing highs and swing lows. There's really no perfect way of doing it. I just like to line it up to where it starts matching several of them together. Like that looks pretty good. Yeah, so you see how there's a swing high right here. And just, let's see. So we're not gonna get it perfect, but let's try over here. This tool is pretty freaking cool. Let's see if we can measure something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see if so different pairs are gonna have different ones that work with them. But I'm digging this one a little bit. So different pairs, it makes sense too because different pairs have different frequencies, you know what I'm saying, like as far as how they like to harmonize and things of that nature. Maybe this needs to come up to a higher frequency, yeah, something like that. It's not perfect, but let me show you guys one that I already did. GBP CHF. Check this guy out. So what I did is I started with one, which is this bottom guy right here. The most current swing high, swing low. I started with this guy. You see how I got a pretty nice fluid motion right here? But then the next thing I did is I stacked them on top of each other and below each other, stacked them. Now, why did I do this? Because remember, we're using time and price, and with that combined is a cycle. So if we go back in time, we can see how this is perfect. As it goes up and down time, different levels of degrees, it continues to match up perfectly. So what you can do with this information, you can let it know. This could be like your information as far as when to enter a trade. So like you would trade. Let's see if I can highlight it for you. Like I said, I've never really used this before. I'm looking at it; it looks amazing. Worked out pretty good. So like you would trade from this sign to the bottom sign, and then from the bottom sign you would trade up to the next sign, and then so forth and so forth. Like you ride the wave, you're constantly going up and down, like a sine wave. See, and you can just keep doing this over and over. It's just so amazing. So you still get, you get your consolidation, but you still moving from sign to sign. Look at that. Like, and all I'm doing is following the sine wave frequency, you know, top to bottom, bottom to top. So why it's easy to do this now, because what's to say it doesn't go from a bottom to a bottom to a bottom to a bottom to a bottom or top to top to top to top. Well, really no way. You just gotta read price. You know what I'm saying? These price actions gonna tell you. Like for example, I'm looking right here. We have a hangman. We have a shooting star pattern right here at the top of a sine wave, a pattern, forex pattern. Bottom of a sine wave, pin bar pattern. So we're gonna go from this bottom sine wave to the next top sine wave right here. I bet we're gonna go right here at least. So this is gonna be my take profit one based on that price action. So GBP CHF is gonna go right here to there. Because again, we're using price and time. So hope you guys enjoy that video. Talk to you later. Ask me any questions.